Well, of course, I had to make this decision with a heavy heart. You know, it was a very, very difficult decision to make. When I first took over, you know, my aim was to achieve something in the World Cup, and obviously we got knocked out in the second game in the groups. It's a fantastic achievement to get to the World Cup. I think people need to understand that. People need to be less critical of me because I've done all I can. You know, now the Euros, you know, we got to the knockout stages, so that's progress.
Okay. Very shy for this club because we get relegated. Very pleased to be manager of Newcastle United. It's a big club. We need to work hard to score goals, and we will try to win a match and to get promoted. Okay. It's not so easy, but we will try.
The World Cup, you know, was very critical. Roy Hodgson, I think he's been absolutely terrible. You know, the whole reason I left Tottenham, I thought I was going to manage the England team. It's very depressing, you know, to find out that I was not going to be manager, and to find out this owl-faced moron, Roy Hodgson, he's become his manager. You know, it's an absolute disgrace. You know, if I was manager, look at the players that I would have chosen. No, Harry Kane's a fantastic player. You know, Sturridge's fantastic. They're all great players, but you know, there's one player that I would have chosen. That's definitely, you know, Bobby Zamora. I think he's absolutely terrific. You know, he's one of a kind. You know, he's an absolute trooper. You know.
Really fantastic. You know, I thought we were unlucky not to score, you know, more goals. We were fantastic at the back, you know, going forward we were very lethal. There's no doubt about that.
Look, I think it's a bit, I don't really like to discuss these kinds of situations. The referee was very harsh on my players. We should have taken our chances, but to not give a clear penalty, I think that's... I think the referee was very harsh, but look, I'm not going to make any more comments on that because I don't want to get fined by the FA, and I have done in the past. But I will try to be professional and keep my mouth shut.
Welcome to Match of the Day. The first game saw Spurs take on Arsenal in the North London derby. This game was commentated by John Motson.
Well, I'm very, very pleased to be manager of Derby. I think it's a very big club, you know, in the East Midlands. I think, you know, most of the clubs I manage are in the Midlands, especially the East Midlands. You know, I had a great time at Leicester. You know, it's unfortunate the season after I leave they go and win the Premier League, but I have to take credit a bit for it, you know, for their success. You know, I'm very delighted to be at an even bigger club in Derby County.